How's it going on, guys? I'm going to talk today about white genocide in South Africa, and I hate to bring something like this up because I firmly believe that in both societies of America and South Africa, I think blacks still face discrimination. A lot better than before, way better than before, but I think they still face it. But genocide against whites is not going to solve the problem, and it just continues a cycle of hatred, and you can't take your anger and your frustrations out on people who, by and large, had nothing to do with the apartheid system of government. So let's talk about that. Okay, one. Since apartheid ended, 70,000 white South Africans have been murdered. Okay? That is a problem. Okay? Also, go to farmers. Okay? For a white farmer in South Africa, 97 are killed per 100,000. Okay, the second highest dangerous job, that's the most dangerous job in South Africa. The second highest dangerous job is a policeman, and they are killed at a rate of 52 per 100,000. So you see the gap in that, and South Africa has the highest crime rate in the world. So that's a problem, okay? Yes, that is true that whites only account for about 1.8% of all the murders in South Africa per year, but at the same time, when a kill ratio is 97 per 100,000, as it is with the occupation of white farmer, the chances of being killed 97 per 100,000, that is a huge problem. And it needs to be addressed. Like Genocide Watch, there's a scale, 8 scales, 1 being the lowest, 8 being the highest. And white South Africans are already at a scale on 6. That is a problem, and that has got to be addressed. And since the Mandela government, no other president has addressed it. They've avoided the question. They've covered it up. They don't do anything about it. I'm not saying that they're involved in it or anything, but they don't do anything about it. And that's wrong. It's something that's got to be addressed, and it's something that's got to be nationally condemned. Now, being Caucasian, I can't understand, the system of apartheid. I wouldn't have suffered under that, okay? And yes, there was a lot of suffering amongst non-white South Africans, particularly black South Africans, that shouldn't have happened. The past laws, the couldn't vote, and this extended until about 1994. Had to have a pass because you're black, and then, and then had to have a different style of trousers in prison just because you were black, and the least amount of food. Colored and Indian South Africans had a little more food in prison, but they still suffered in prison as well. But black South Africans had it the worst. But at the same time, killing white people who were born after apartheid or who were children during apartheid is not going to solve the problems. Okay, a lot of these white people that are being killed, a lot of times when they break into the properties, and sometimes these are in wealthy areas now, when black South Africans break into these white South Africans' properties, they don't take an item. They don't take a cent from the person. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But when they don't, and even when they do, they torture them. It's not a killing. A lot of times they will leave the father alive and kill the wife and children, and they will rape the wife and children in front of the father and leave the father alive, but not until they severely beat the father. But still leave the father alive, so he has to suffer physical and mental and psychological wounds the rest of his life. That has to be addressed, and that is sick, it's sadistic, it's evil and disgusting to do something like that. I mean, in certain tribes, there are witch doctors that are saying that in order to be cured of any physical or mental illness that one may have, that they need to go rape white women. I mean, that's a problem, and it's got to be addressed, and it's got to be condemned. So I'm condemning it. Genocide against white South Africans is evil. What the South African government did in apartheid was evil and inexcusable. But what is going on to white South Africans now with white genocide is inexcusable as well. I just call it like it is. So anyways, hope everyone's doing well. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.